Hello and welcome to another edition of Footsteps. I'm Sarah.
And I'm Rachel. In our Bible reading today, which is John chapter 14, verses 15 to 21, Jesus talks about the commandments. He says those who love him will keep these commandments. These are to love God with all our heart and our mind and our soul, and also to love our neighbour as ourselves. This made me think of the story of the Good Samaritan. Teacher, one of the high priests asked him, "What must I do to inherit eternal life?" "What does God's law tell you?" Jesus answered. "To love God with all my heart, my mind and my strength," the man replied, "and to love my neighbour as myself." "That's right," said Jesus. "But what does it mean?" the man asked. "Who is my neighbour?" So Jesus told him this story. A man was travelling down the road from Jerusalem to Jericho. It was a very lonely place, and bandits attacked him. They robbed him of his money, and they beat him up. After a little while, a priest came by. He took one look at the man, and he walked by on the other side. Then a teacher of God's law came along. He also went by on the other side. Not long after, a Samaritan who was travelling down the road appeared, and he stopped and he helped the injured man. He gently cleaned and bandaged his cuts, put the man on his own donkey and took him to the nearest inn. Next day, when he had to leave, he gave some money to the innkeeper. "Take good care of him," he said, "and it costs you more than this. I'll pay you when I come back." He did this all for a stranger and a foreigner. At that time, Jews and Samaritans hated each other. Jesus turned to the man who'd asked the question. Now, which of these people was a good neighbour to the man who was hurt? The one who was kind to him. "Go then," Jesus said, "and be like him." At the time, it's very difficult to see how we can follow this. We can love God by saying our prayers and reading our Bible, but we can't really reach out to our neighbours. However, we can love our neighbour, I believe, by staying at home and keeping safe. Our neighbours include all those key workers who look after us and make sure that our life is good.
This week we'd like you to write your own prayer. Now, many of you will have already created your own rainbows to show your appreciation for the NHS. But if you'd like to do another one, do it at the bottom of a piece of paper for you to write your prayer at the top. Now, I've started my prayer, "Dear Lord, thank you for." And I want to thank God for all the people that help us and all the work they do. To give you some ideas, we've been sent some brilliant prayers from St Anne's Primary in Bewdley. We'd like to read you a prayer. "Dear God, thank you for all the clean water that we can use for loads of things.
Thank you for the food that keeps us alive.
Thank you for a roof over our heads that keep us warm.
Thank you for my nice warm bed that I have to sleep in each night.
Please help the people in poorer countries who are less fortunate than us.
I am grateful for all the amazing things I have in my life.
Thank you for my great family and friends that all are amazing. Amen."
Amen. We're going to put these prayers and any pictures that we were sent from last week onto the website so you can see them. Thank you very much, and we'll see you again next week. Bye.
Bye.